Our shop teacher walked in and said, "The scanner that went missing yesterday has a tracker in it, and I already know which one of you has it. Somebody confesses in the next 10 minutes or this whole program gets shut down." Nobody moved. 19 of us in that shop, and you could hear the compressor cycling in the back. Mr. Vance runs the automotive program. 2 years, and if you finish it, you walk out with a credential that gets you hired at any dealership in the county. It's the only reason half of us come to school. The scanner was the good one. $1,200 district property, and it had been sitting on the cart Tuesday afternoon, and it wasn't there Wednesday morning. Trey, who runs his mouth more than anybody in that class, stood up off his stool in the back. "What if we vote on it?" Mr. Vance thought about that for a second. Then he said, "Fine. 10 minutes? Decide as a group. And if we got it wrong, everybody wore it." The shop turned into a market. Everybody talking at once, moving between benches, pointing. I went to Priya first because her bench is right next to the cart. She grabbed my sleeve and said it was obviously Trey. He'd asked about the resale value of shop tools back in November. He's got a car that eats money, and he was last out on Tuesday. That tracked. But I wanted to hear more before I said anything out loud. Nolan was over by the lift, arms crossed, not participating. He said the whole thing was garbage. That scanner had no tracker. He'd already looked it up on his phone. And Mr. Vance was bluffing to shake somebody loose. Nolan knows more about that stuff than the rest of us combined, so maybe. But Mr. Vance was standing up front with his arms folded, and he did not look like a man bluffing. Then I saw Elias. He was at the end bench by himself with his head down, and his shoulders were going, and nobody had gone anywhere near him. Elias never says anything. He's also the best hand in that class. He can pull a head off a small block faster than I can find the right socket. I sat down on the stool next to him and asked if he was all right. He looked up at me and his face was wet and red. "It was me," he said. So quiet I barely got it. I asked him what. "I took it. I'm the one he's talking about." He grabbed my forearm. "Please don't say anything. Please." He said his grandfather's truck wouldn't start Monday night, and that truck is how the old man gets to dialysis 3 times a week. He was going to bring it back Thursday. He'd never taken anything in his life. I sat there with nothing in my head at all. Elias lives with his grandparents. He's the one who does the shopping and the driving and everything else. 5 minutes, Mr. Vance called out. The shop was getting loud. Most of them had settled on Trey, and Trey was yelling back that he didn't take anything. 2 people were saying it was probably a senior from the afternoon section. Nobody was looking at Elias. Nobody had been looking at Elias the whole time. "If they pull the program, I'm done," he said. "I've got a job lined up at Kessler's in June. Please." 1 minute. I got up and walked to the middle of the shop floor because I'd been the one going around talking to everybody, and they were all waiting on me. Priya was tipping her head toward Trey, trying to get me to say it. Trey was staring at me like he'd fight me over it. Elias was looking at the bench with his hands flat on it. "Time," Mr. Vance said. "Who took it?" The whole shop went quiet and turned toward me. I stood there and shook my head. I said I didn't know. Then everybody started talking again. 4 or 5, said Trey. Somebody said it was probably a substitute. 2 people said they had no idea. Nobody said Elias. Mr. Vance let it die down. Then he did something he never does in the middle of a serious moment. He smiled. "Elias, stand up." Elias stood up slowly with his head down, and 19 people turned around at once. "Elias never took anything," Mr. Vance said. "The scanner's in my truck. I asked him Monday if he'd help me with something, and he said yes. And the only rule was that he could tell exactly one person, whoever he trusted most in this room." The shop went sideways. Priya asked if that was even allowed. Nolan announced loudly that he'd known it was fake the entire time. Mr. Vance waited them out. "Every one of you had a chance to hand somebody over to save yourselves," he said. "You didn't do it. Out there, you're going to work in a bay with 3 other guys and a service manager looking for somebody to blame. You'll go together, or you'll go one at a time." Then Trey started laughing in the back, and he didn't stop for a while.